Pete Hegseth arrived on Capitol Hill for critical meetings, again with Republican senators. He also just posted on Twitter, essentially, that he is not backing down from his fight to be President-elect Donald Trump's next, defense secretary. And this is also after there's a lot of movement on this morning. His mother was just on television last hour defending her son and saying he is a, quote, changed man. Hegseth's mom made a direct appeal to Donald Trump in her appearance on Fox News. But we all know, as has been discussed and the reporting suggests, that Hegseth faces trouble right now. A rocky road to confirmation, to say the least. The road so rocky, maybe, that we learned last hour that the president-elect has actually spoken with Florida Governor Ron DeSantis about potentially replacing Hegseth for the job as being a candidate to head up the Pentagon. He is facing several allegations of Hegseth of drunken misbehavior, sexual misconduct, and financial mismanagement of the veterans nonprofit that he once ran. Hegseth's mother speaking out now after making headlines this week when a 2018 email that she wrote to her son was published. The email in part said this: "On behalf of all of the women, and I know it's many, you have abused in some way, I say get some help and take an honest look at yourself." That was then. Here is her message now.
Pete is a new person. He's redeemed, forgiven, changed. I think we all are after 7 years. I believe he's the man for the job. I know Pete, and the people who know us know Pete, and Trump knows Pete. And he knows the Pete of today. And he knows the Pete who is a good father, a good husband to Jen. He's got 7 kids. He's a wonderful son, and a wonderful son to his brothers and all his friends. He's a changed man, and I just hope people will get to know who Pete is today, especially our dear female senators, that you would listen to him, listen with your heart to the truth of Pete.
With me now to discuss the path to confirmation or not, Democratic strategist Matt Bennett. Lee Carter is also here, strategic communications expert. It's great to see you guys. Thanks for being here. And Lee, you have known Pete Hegseth for quite some time.
Yes.
The appearance from his mom, hearing from Penelope there this morning, do you think it fixes the trouble that his confirmation is facing?
I don't know if it fixes it, but it certainly helps. I mean, it dimensionalizes what's happening. There is no question what happened in his previous marriage and where he is today, and I'm sure there were rocky roads behind the scenes. Pete Hegseth, that I know, is a man who is a delight to work with. I have never smelled alcohol in his breath. I have traveled with him to debates. I have traveled with him to primary states. I have traveled with him and the Fox and Friends team all over. And I've never seen any of the behavior that we're talking about. There's certainly things that he did in his past. And there's things that we've all done in our past. But I think we need to ask ourselves in this moment, what do we want to be doing when we have real questions about the and valid questions, frankly, about the people that are up for the cabinet? People are concerned about his experience. Let's leave the rest off the table. I mean, it is just politics is a blood sport at this point, and you can understand why really good people don't want to do it when you look at what's happened here. Let's focus on what really matters. Is he qualified for the job? What happened with his previous marriage? What happened in his private life? All of that is off the table. What is on the table, and I think what we should be talking about is he the right person for this job?
I hear you, but it is all on the table. That is the politics, the reality of the politics today, and that is some of what are the real questions that we know. We've heard from Republican senators like Joni Ernst. They have questions that they want answered, and that is part of the process. That is where these questions and this vetting does take place. And to